What's up guys, welcome back to Feed the Beast Interactions. So last episode we got a bunch of auto crafting set up. I did do a little bit extra between episodes, not a huge amount. Just added some extruders with gears and pipes and rings and stuff. Circuit 8 assembly machine to make machine casings and chests, and just one with no circuit just for general recipes. Now, as I said last episode, today I want to work on upgrading this power system. It is just about managing, but I do worry every time I add more HV machines that it's going to die. So what I want to work towards is this EV diesel generator. Yeah, this is quite expensive because it needs an IV circuit, sorry. Although if we only need to craft one, then it's not that bad. We are able to make those. It's mainly the EV circuits that are going to hold us back, so we do need to make the second tier. It will mean we need nano CPUs. Not nano CPUs, we will need qubit CPUs. And these require improved ender eyes and gallium arsenide. So this will be one thing that we need to focus on. I have been bringing titanium in. I'm a little short on neodymium. I think currently our only source of neodymium is centrifuging rare earth. And we do have a fair bit of rare earth in the system, I think. Yeah, we have about 1,000, so we should be able to get a decent amount of neodymium to at least get us started on EV stuff. Also going to need quite a lot of titanium. I have been processing it in the background. Not entirely sure if we have enough yet, but we will soon see. And apart from that, it's not too difficult, so it's this one circuit that's going to be giving us issues probably. So that is our goal for the day. But before we can get to the quantum processors, we need to get an EV assembling machine. Means we do need to make the expensive version first. This is just epoxy circuit boards, which we have nano processors, RAM, some decapacitors, small coils, and fine electron wire. So we have all of this stuff already. Pretty much the same upgrade recipe as the previous expensive high voltage wire, except for it uses the upgraded circuit board and the electron wire. Also, we have 219 titanium so far. Not a huge amount, but I think it's hopefully going to be enough to juice at least one of the multi-blocks, which should fix our power issues. And I think chlorine's one of the things that's holding us up the most. And the chlorine system runs pretty much constantly, so I've got it running at MV at the moment. And I'd like to get better power before we add more things that run constantly. So yeah, this electrolyzer that's electrolyzing salt water just can't keep up with the demand for chlorine. I think I have everything I need to make 16 EV circuits. These are really expensive this way. Yeah, it looks like we have everything. So in order to move on to the better value circuits, we're going to need an EV assembling machine and also I think an EV chemical plant. The qubit CPUs. Yeah, an EV chemical reactor. Means we're also going to need an EV CEF. And we are going to struggle to give it. I think we can just about get 1 amp of EV energy. Technically, we have enough power generation for 2 amps, but that's if we're not using anything else. The turbo diesel generators don't seem to go above HV. So yeah, getting the power multi-block up is probably one of our first priorities. I really want to get rid of all of this as well. I don't think it's too difficult to do at this point. If I could get rid of this low voltage line, then I literally just need 2 MV CFs, and I think I have those spare from when we've upgraded things already. And then we can use, if we can get rid of this steam setup here, we can use this space for our diesel gens, which I would quite like. I assume we're going to need more than one. Whether or not we have enough production for more than one is another question. I have encoded all of the recipes for the EV chemical reactor. So let's see if we can just craft one. It looks like we can. These motors are getting really expensive. There's 16 annealed copper ingots per. This is still a pretty quick craft. There is our EV chemical reactor. Okay, so in order to make the assembling machine, we will need that recipe, this recipe, and this recipe. This recipe. I've forgotten where I got to, just the robot arm, I think. And this. And we're nearly out of space in our multi-block, so we are going to have to upgrade that very soon. Hopefully I can fit all of this in there. Oh, we need 4 slots and we only have 3. I'll take this out for now. I guess we'll have to upgrade that next. Let's see if we have everything for this. We are missing... I left the extruder shape in the recipe by mistake. Oh, it's too big for our crafting storage. So we have to make some more crafting storage first. But God, this is an expensive craft just for one machine. 160 annealed copper ingots. 30 of our titanium. I did go to the moon and mine up a magnesite vein, I think it is, or a magnesium vein, whatever they're called. So we do have plenty of magnesium for now. And here's 2 more 4K crafting storages just to keep these going for now. Now we should be able to make this EV assembling machine. Yeah. Everything's so much quicker now that we have applied energistics. And there's our EV assembling machine. As much as I want to go and set these up right away, I think we're going to deal with this lazy assembler first. So I want to, I think, pretty much double the size. It can be up to 8 by 8, right? Yeah, up to 8 by 8 by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I can put it underground. But yeah, if I can fit it, I kind of want to just go straight up to the max size. Hopefully we have enough resources. I'll just take some of these patterns out in the meantime so we can fit it, and we'll just auto craft it all, hopefully. Okay, so I just added the base frame and vent recipes into the system. And I worked out how many we'd need. We need an extra 57 frames. For this we have everything apart from fluid steel ingots, so we need another 28 of those. I don't have an alloy smelter set up yet, so we're auto crafting. And then in order to make the vents, and this is the difficult one, we need an extra 134 vents. So the wood's easy, the skystone's really easy. I'm going to need another 136 fluid steel. And then another, well, we need 536 iron bars. I think I crafted up everything for these. Let's see whether my math checks out. Let's do the frames first. How many was it? 57 frames. Okay, so we can get the frames. And then the vents was the expensive part. And we need 134 of these. Oh yeah, the wood and the skystone. I forgot about those. Yeah, so this is actually take 3, but we're going to pretend it's take 2, otherwise my ego won't be able to take it. And now we have everything for all of the vents. It's so nice having all this auto crafting now. Right, so now we have all of this. We'll go and put it together and hope that I got the right amount, otherwise I won't be able to autocraft more. And congratulations to all of you that noticed that I don't know how to math, and I am 2 sides short for the vents. I guess like I'll take it apart and reassemble it slightly smaller so that I can autocraft the rest of the stuff. Hey, I think I actually built it right this time. You should just be able to right click this. There we go. That's the largest size multi-block built. Nothing's actually different with it yet, because in order to actually get more parts, we need more of these coprocessors and pattern providers. Probably not going to worry about coprocessors right now. Definitely something I'm going to want to add in the future just to make it go faster, but for now I just want a couple more pattern providers more than anything. So I don't think I actually had to craft this. I think this was given to me. Oh, it's really not that bad. So yeah, I just need, what, engineering processors and 1K drives. There we go, and we should be able to make probably just one more. That was just fluids cable. Yeah, 2 more should be enough for now. Probably all to fix the dark spots in here, but nothing can spawn in this base anyway, so I've got piece candles everywhere. Need to reform the multi-block. There we go, now we have 3 pages to play with. And I can put all of these back in here. So we have our assembling machine and we have our chemical reactor. We are going to need an EVCF. 4 slots should be fine. We are going to have to teach the system how to make aluminium wire. And then the 4 slot CF. Okay, we should be able to craft this now. And we can. Okay, so there's one more thing that we need for this system. And it's a slight problem. We need Enderium cable. We could use lossy cables, but I'd rather not. We haven't made Enderium yet. But it is made in the blast furnace with Enderium dust and pyrethium and helium. And we don't have any of this automated yet. We can make it. Lead dust, platinum dust, resonant ender, that's not too bad. It's kind of expensive, but it's definitely doable. And we have made pyrethium before, it's not too bad to make. Even easier when we can get this chicken, but we need to go to whatever the next planet is first. Now we only need a couple of EV machines to get going in what we want to for now. So I'll probably just manually make up a little bit of Enderium. This is just melting down ender pearls. What did you get per pearl? It's just 4 ender pearls, some lead dust. The only thing that I don't have at all is this helium. I'm not sure what the best way to get it is for me right now. I'll probably just centrifuge some endstone dust. We do need to start getting some tungstate as well. So you don't have any refinery gas. I haven't built this infernal deconglomerator. I haven't really needed it for anything. It would be more efficient to get tungstate and helium. I'm not sure if it's really worth building it at this point. I probably should have built it, you know, back in MV or something. I upgraded my satchel and I got holding 9 in soulbound, and finally I feel like I actually have enough room to carry around all of the stuff that I insist on carrying around in this back. It's a blessing, it really is. Now we can request our first Enderium cable. There we go. And the quest should just give us another 8. So we'll just hide this machine over here for now. We need 2 Spectre coils just to get 1 amp of EV power. And we can put our assemble and our chemical reactor on here. Now the other thing that we need to make these qubit wafers is gallium arsenide. I mean, we could also use superconductor cable, but that's, you know, some real endgame stuff, so probably not. It's actually slightly less endgame than I thought it was, but that's not the point. So in order to make gallium arsenide, we need gallium and arsenic. And the best way to do this, don't have real okay, so the only one of these that we have is from pulverizing anything there. So we'll have to electrolyze some cobalt dust to get some arsenic, and we've got plenty of gallium from ore processing. And if we don't have cobaltite in the system, then I have a bunch that's like half processed from the old ore processing. No, we only have cobalt dust, not cobaltite. What about in here? I'm like part way through moving everything across. No. Okay. So we'll just need to centrifuge. I've got some impure cobaltite here. And if we centrifuge this, then we get cobaltite dust. And I have everything to make up at least some of these qubit CPUs. And we'll get some more as a quest reward for this as well. How many do we get each of these? 5. I do also have a bunch more arsenic at this point, so I can make more gallium arsenide. I'm mostly just trying to get enough circuits to build the plasma generator. And the last thing that we need for the new circuit boards are the carbon reinforced boards, I think they are. These are really simple, it's just epoxy and raw carbon fibres. Yeah, fibre reinforced epoxy resin sheets. And then these are just put in a chemical reactor with copper and sulfuric acid, the same as always, to get the fibre reinforced circuit boards. And this should be everything to make our quantum processors. And we have some soldering alloy, and then platinum wire, transistors, capacitors, qubit CPUs, nano CPUs, and fibre reinforced circuit boards. I'm going to make half a stack of these to start off with. This will also, I believe, fulfill the quest here, which will get us some more wafers. And here's our first quantum processors. Next up, we can put 2 of these quantum processors with a circuit board, some small coils, some RAM, some capacitors, and I think it's 6 of this. And this will give us our first IV circuit. And although we're not going anywhere like near IV yet, we only just got properly into EV. If you remember, we need the IV circuit to build our diesel generator. Everything else for it's EV though, thankfully. We do need tungsten steel wire as well though. Means we're going to need at least 1 ingot of tungsten steel. Which is some tungsten and 1 tungsten, 1 steel is 2 tungsten steel. Now, thankfully, let me just go up to the vacuum freezer before I do this. One of these quests, I think it was this one? No, this one. This will give us 8 hot tungsten ingots, so we came up here so that we don't have to burn for too long. And that'll give us enough to make, what, 8 tungsten steel? No, 16 tungsten steel, which will both let us make tungsten steel wire for the diesel generator, but also, I think we make the IV machine hull really quickly. It takes a couple more tungsten. If we do that, then we can actually nab this quest here and get 4 free quantum assemblies for building more. Yeah, for building more diesel generators, because I don't think that one's going to be enough for kind of expansion that I want to do. The question is, how slow will this be? Very slow. So yeah, I'll split this amongst all 4 of them, or 3, because this one's still making titanium. I think we're up to about 400 titanium now, so I don't think we'll have any problems making the diesel generator. 377. Now that we have some tungsten steel, I'm going to start. We'll one through the wire mill. We'll put a couple through the wire mill because we're going to want to build a few diesel generators eventually. And we'll autocraft the machine hull. And now hopefully we can just grab an IV machine hull. It helps if I put the tungsten steel in there first. Okay, perfect. And then do I have to pick this up again? Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to go here, and I need to just tick this box. And then we can get 4 free quantum assemblies as well. Okay, so next let's see if we can make the diesel gen itself. We have all of these recipes encoded apart from the titanium gears, I think. And then what else do we need? Let me just tick this. We need titanium rotors and titanium pipes. Probably end up manually crafting these just because it has the hammer and the wrench. It's a bit of a pain. Wish there was an assembly machine recipe for it. I wish you didn't have to keep clicking until it... Oh, there we go. So we found the one that had an actual recipe. And this needs a circuit machine we don't have. But we will teach the system to make the pipes and the rotors. First of all, let's make the diesel engine itself. What are we missing? And not put the quantum assemblies in there. Perfect. Here there is a diesel engine in the first block. Now we need 8 engine intake casings. That's 32 rotors and 16 pipes. It's actually costing a lot of our titanium. There's our rotors, and we're about halfway through all of our titanium already, so I'm starting to be a bit less confident that we're going to have enough. 16 pipes, that's another 50 titanium. And we're going to need 8 of these. I'm just going to make these up manually, I think. I'll have to work out exactly how many I need because we need them for these as well. And the ME system's full. It's great timing. I got a 1K drive from Quest that just work as a band-aid for now. Okay, so I think I have everything for it. We're going to need a titanium gearbox. We may need the steel plates, yeah. Thankfully, these are pretty quick to craft now. So there's our gearboxes. We needed 2. And finally, we need 8 of these engine intake casings. Might not actually have enough machine casings now. We'll see. Okay. And then we need an EV energy output hatch. It's just a machine hull and an aluminium cable. And then 3 LV input hatches. I think I should have somewhere. Okay, and that's the quest complete. It's going to give us a bunch of nitro diesel and food, which is great because I'm starving. And some more of these bits. Actually some pretty good rewards. I don't think I need to worry about this for now. Honestly, at this point, I think I just say screw it and delete this whole line. And this, and then build the first multi-block here. If there's anything that I rely on that's still running in LV, that sounds like a me problem. Yeah, let's see how much I mess up building this. Where'd it go? Building this. Doesn't look particularly complicated. Coils go in the middle. Okay, yeah, actually looks really simple. It needs the 3 input hatches. I don't know if it matters where they go. I'm just going to put them here and see if that works. Nope. I'm not sure that it does matter where these go. I think I just didn't put the EV output hatch. Okay. I got it to form. These have to be next to the casings on the inside, the gearbox things, and this has to be back center. So I couldn't put all 3 on one side because that's not next to the gearbox, and the dynamo had to be back center. And I think I'm going to end here for today. It's taken a really long time to get all of this set up with everything else. And my oil setup is still over here. And this needs lubricant. And I don't really want to like set up lubricant over here with oil, so I'm going to move all of this. So I'll probably just do that in between episodes. I want to move all of this upstairs on the passive line, and there's a few things in here that I'd actually like to start storing in the system rather than only using in the line. So yeah, between episodes I'm going to move this, get this powered on and hooked up to the Spectre injector for now. And there's still some more automation bits that I want to do, and I want to finish neatening it up because everything's looked so unfinished for so long. Now we have auto crafting, I don't really have a good excuse for it anymore. I'm probably going to move these into the storage room and get rid of these coke ovens as well. I really don't think we need them anymore. And the quest probably gave us enough materials for another... Yeah, we easily have enough for another. I might need some more casings. Another one of these generators. Because I have the extra IV circuits and tungsten wire for this. This produces 2000 EU a tick. Which is... Yes, that's 1 amp of EV power at the moment. But it does say that you can boost it to 6100 with oxygen. But I was reading and I think that we need the IV hatch to do that. I'm going to have a mess around with that. We can make another IV hatch. We have enough tungsten for this. So next episode, I would really like to start looking at using this flux system. Because now that we have the EV circuits, I think that we can, and the flux, I think we can craft everything for it now. And this can just transfer raw EU, so I wouldn't have to transfer it between RF and EU. Yeah, none of these crafts look particularly difficult. And then I could probably just keep this setup as like RF setup for the few machines that we have that use RF, and then have diesel generators just plow straight into the flux network to power all of our GregTech machines, which would be a lot neater. And probably also, assuming we have time, start looking at this fusion crafting core, because this doesn't look too difficult either now that we have EV circuits and titanium. We do need nether stars for the crystal matrix ingots, but we have the wither like mostly automated at this point. So yeah, thanks all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you've got any feedback, leave it down in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye.